After 2 months of marathon hearings, the Supreme Court has delivered a unanimous opinion on the presidential reference seeking clarity on whether timelines can be imposed on the president or governors for acting on bills passed by state legislatures. The apex court had a lot to say, so here are the key takeaways. To begin with, the Supreme Court emphasized that it was functioning purely in an advisory capacity and was not overruling the two-judge bench verdict delivered on April 8th in the state of Tamil Nadu versus Governor of Tamil Nadu. That verdict had set strict timelines: 1 month for governors to act on reenacted bills and 3 months for presidential assent, and had even invoked Article 142 to deem 10 Tamil Nadu bills having received assent. The 5-judge Constitution bench, led by the Chief Justice on November 20th, held that imposing fixed timelines on governors and the president while they consider bills would violate the elasticity built into the Constitution. The court underscored that the Constitution does not prescribe any such timelines and the judiciary cannot create them. The bench warned against judicial overreach, stating that the idea of courts declaring deemed assent, that is, automatic approval of a bill when a timeline is breached, is antithetical to the spirit of the Constitution and contrary to the doctrine of separation of powers. However, the court was equally clear that governors cannot indefinitely stall bills passed by elected assemblies, as such inaction would undermine federalism. In cases of prolonged and unexplained delay, the court may exercise a limited power of judicial review to direct a governor to take a decision within a reasonable period. The court further stated that the president is not required to consult the Supreme Court under Article 143 every time a governor refers a state bill for her consideration. On the powers of governor, the court reaffirmed that under Article 200, the governor has discretion when deciding whether to grant assent and is not bound to act strictly on the aid and advice of the cabinet. But if the governor withholds assent, the bill must be returned to the legislature. The bench also stressed that in a framework of cooperative federalism, governors should engage in a dialogue with the state legislature to resolve any issues with the bill rather than adopt an obstructionist approach. Finally, the court held that the actions of the president or a governor under Articles 200 and 201 are not justiciable, meaning they cannot be subjected to judicial scrutiny. Judicial review becomes available only after a bill becomes law. So what triggered this presidential reference? The reference arose after President Draupadi Murmu in May invoked the rarely used Article 143 and asked the Supreme Court to answer 14 substantial constitutional questions. The move effectively challenged the April 8th judgment that imposed fixed timelines on both governors and the president while dealing with state bills. Several states, including Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, opposed the presidential reference and supported the April 8th ruling, arguing that it prevented governors from indefinitely delaying legislation. President Murmu sought clarity on issues such as whether timelines can be imposed, whether decisions of governors and president are judicially reviewable at the assent stage, whether deemed assent is constitutionally permissible, and whether Article 142 can override explicit constitutional provisions. The April 8th case itself arose from Tamil Nadu Governor R.N. Ravi's prolonged delays in granting assent to bills, a situation mirroring similar confrontations between governors and governments in several non-BJP ruled states. The two-judge ruling prompted the president to seek the Supreme Court's opinion on these far-reaching constitutional questions. Do note that while advisory opinions under Article 143 are not binding, they can carry substantial constitutional weight and significantly influence executive behavior and political practice. A day after the Supreme Court delivered its advisory opinion, political reactions quickly followed. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin declared that the fight for state rights and true federalism will continue. He insisted there would be no rest until the Constitution is amended to fix timelines for governors to clear bills, adding that the court's advisory opinion will have no impact on the April 8th judgment in state of Tamil Nadu versus Governor of Tamil Nadu. Thank you for watching. For more such videos, subscribe to The Hindu.